Have you ever noticed that some people leave a lasting impression without saying very much? It isn't always about appearance, money, or perfectly rehearsed words. More often, it's the quiet confidence they bring into the moment. A simple, genuine gesture can make someone feel comfortable, respected, and emotionally connected far more effectively than trying to impress them. In today's video, we're going to explore one subtle behavior that can help create stronger first impressions and more meaningful conversations. We'll also look at why it can be effective from a communication and psychological perspective, how to recognize when someone feels comfortable around you, and how to use it naturally instead of making it feel like a technique. Before we begin, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future videos focused on confidence, communication, and building healthier relationships. Now, let's jump in. I'd also love to hear from you. Leave a comment telling me which country and city you're watching from. And here's today's question. Do you think a single genuine gesture can change the way someone experiences a conversation? Share your thoughts below. One of the biggest mistakes many men make is believing they need to constantly impress a woman. They focus on saying the perfect thing, showing off achievements, or trying to appear more interesting than they really are. While confidence certainly matters, meaningful connection usually starts somewhere much simpler. People naturally notice how someone makes them feel. Long before a conversation becomes deep, they often pick up on qualities like calmness, respect, patience, and emotional presence. These first impressions don't guarantee attraction, but they can influence whether someone feels comfortable continuing the interaction. This is where today's gesture becomes important. Rather than trying to force chemistry, the goal is to create an environment where both people feel relaxed and able to be themselves. When someone senses genuine attention, respect for personal space, and authentic interest, conversations often become easier and more enjoyable. Instead of relying on clever tricks, this approach is built on three simple elements that work together. The first is a calm, deliberate approach. This doesn't mean moving slowly for dramatic effect. It means avoiding unnecessary rushing or nervous energy. Walking over with relaxed body language and giving the other person enough personal space communicates self-control and confidence. It shows that you're comfortable with yourself instead of trying to force an outcome. The second element is warm, natural eye contact. Many people misunderstand eye contact. Staring intensely can feel uncomfortable, while constantly looking away may suggest insecurity or distraction. The goal is to maintain relaxed, friendly eye contact that communicates you're genuinely paying attention to the person in front of you. The intention behind your gaze matters more than the length of it. When you're fully present in the conversation, instead of worrying about getting approval or creating attraction, your body language becomes more authentic, and people often respond positively. The third element is becoming comfortable with silence. This is where many conversations fall apart. The moment a brief pause appears, people rush to fill it with random words because they assume silence is awkward. In reality, short moments of silence are completely natural. When you're comfortable allowing a conversation to breathe, you communicate confidence without saying a word. Those pauses give both people time to think, process, and remain present instead of feeling pressured to keep talking. When these three habits come together, a calm approach, genuine eye contact, and relaxed silence, they don't create magic. Instead, they help create an atmosphere of trust, respect, and emotional comfort, giving conversations the best chance to develop naturally. So why do these three habits make such a noticeable difference? The answer has less to do with secret attraction techniques and much more to do with how people naturally respond to feeling comfortable and respected. When someone approaches you with calm body language instead of nervous urgency, it often creates a more relaxed atmosphere. People generally find it easier to engage in conversation when they don't feel rushed or pressured. A steady pace, open posture, and genuine attention communicate confidence without the need for words. Eye contact also plays an important role. Research on nonverbal communication suggests that appropriate, natural eye contact helps people feel heard and understood. It signals attention and interest, but only when it feels balanced. Too little eye contact can seem distracted, while too much may become uncomfortable. The key is staying present rather than trying to create an effect. Silence is another powerful tool that many people underestimate. Short pauses allow conversations to breathe. Instead of immediately filling every quiet moment, confident communicators understand that reflection is part of meaningful interaction. Those brief moments often make conversations feel more relaxed and authentic rather than forced. When these three elements work together, people are more likely to experience a sense of ease. Instead of wondering what impressive thing to say next, you become someone who is enjoyable to be around because you listen, remain present, and communicate with confidence. How can you tell if the conversation is going well? Rather than searching for guaranteed signs of attraction, pay attention to indicators that the other person feels comfortable and engaged. These cues don't always mean romantic interest, but they often suggest the interaction is moving in a positive direction. You may notice that she smiles more naturally as the conversation continues. Genuine smiles usually appear without effort and often reach the eyes, creating a warmer expression. She may maintain comfortable eye contact for longer periods instead of frequently looking around the room. This usually indicates that she is focused on the conversation and interested in what you're saying. Another positive sign is active participation. Instead of giving short answers, she begins asking questions, sharing personal experiences, or expanding on different topics. Conversations become balanced rather than one-sided. You might also notice relaxed body language. She appears comfortable, maintains an open posture, and doesn't seem eager to end the interaction. Sometimes people naturally reduce physical barriers, such as putting away their phone or turning their body toward the conversation. Pay attention to the quality of the interaction rather than isolated gestures. A single smile or glance doesn't necessarily mean attraction, but consistent engagement, curiosity, and relaxed communication usually indicate that both people are enjoying the moment. Remember, the goal isn't to analyze every movement or search for hidden meanings. Real connection develops through mutual interest, respect, and authentic conversation. When you focus on creating a comfortable experience instead of trying to impress, you're far more likely to build genuine chemistry if it's there. Ultimately, confidence isn't about controlling someone else's emotions. It's about controlling your own. When you stay calm, communicate sincerely, and remain present, you create the conditions for meaningful relationships to grow naturally. Now comes the most important question. How do you put all of this into practice without making it feel rehearsed? The answer is surprisingly simple. Stop treating communication like a performance. The moment you begin thinking, I have to use this technique perfectly, you shift your attention away from the person in front of you and onto yourself. That usually creates tension, and people can often sense when someone is trying too hard. Instead, make your goal to enjoy the conversation itself. Approach people with genuine curiosity rather than with the expectation of getting a specific result. Listen carefully, respond naturally, and allow the interaction to develop at its own pace. Ironically, when you stop trying to force a connection, conversations often become much more comfortable. Start by slowing yourself down. If you're naturally anxious, take a breath before speaking. Walk calmly, relax your shoulders, and avoid rushing your words. A relaxed pace communicates confidence far more effectively than trying to appear impressive. Next, focus on being fully present. When someone is talking, give them your complete attention. Don't spend the entire conversation planning your next sentence or wondering whether you're making a good impression. Pay attention to what they're actually saying, ask thoughtful follow-up questions, and show genuine interest in their perspective. Natural eye contact also becomes much easier when you're truly listening instead of trying to create attraction. You're no longer watching for reactions or searching for approval. You're simply engaged in the moment. Another valuable habit is becoming comfortable with brief pauses. Not every second needs to be filled with conversation. A short moment of silence isn't something to fear. Sometimes it gives both people the opportunity to think, smile, or naturally move into the next topic. People who are comfortable with occasional silence often appear more confident because they don't seem afraid of the moment. It's also important to respect personal boundaries. Healthy relationships are built on mutual comfort and mutual interest. If the other person seems distracted, uninterested, or uncomfortable, accept that gracefully instead of trying harder. Confidence includes respecting someone's space and recognizing that not every interaction is meant to become something more. Over time, these habits become part of who you are, rather than something you consciously perform. You stop focusing on getting people to like you and begin focusing on becoming someone who communicates with honesty, patience, and emotional maturity. That's where real confidence begins. The biggest lesson isn't about learning a special gesture or discovering a hidden psychological trick. It's about developing qualities that improve every area of your life. When you're calm under pressure, comfortable with yourself, and genuinely interested in others, your conversations naturally become stronger. Whether you're meeting someone for the first time, building a friendship, or strengthening an existing relationship, people tend to appreciate authenticity more than perfection. They remember how you made them feel, not whether you delivered every sentence flawlessly. So the next time you're talking with someone you're interested in, don't worry about impressing them. Focus on being present, listening carefully, and creating a conversation where both of you feel respected and comfortable. If there's real chemistry, those simple habits will allow it to develop naturally. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a comment below with the words "I choose authenticity." I'd also love to know which habit you think will make the biggest difference in your own conversations. Staying calm, maintaining natural eye contact, or becoming comfortable with silence. If this video gave you a new perspective, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future videos on confidence, communication, and relationship psychology. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, take care, stay confident, and keep becoming the best version of yourself.